Alright guys, so we're at our next spot on this 626 Asian and Chinese food tour. We're at none other than Mamaloo's Dumpling House here in Monterey Park. And for anyone who knows about 626, you guys would know about Mamaloo's Dumpling House because it is one of the most reviewed and highest rated Chinese food restaurants here in the 626, at having over 4,000 Yelp reviews. I've had a couple of meals at this spot. It is truly a staple. So without further ado, let's go inside and have some juicy pork dumplings. Let's go. Alright, DVW fam, so our spread is here at Mamaloo's Dumpling House in Monterey Park right here. We got the heavy hitters for Taiwanese food. This is a Taiwanese spot right here, so definitely had to get the xiao dumplings right here, the juicy xiao pork dumplings, the fried pork dumplings right here, the spicy wontons right here, and the Shanghai rice cakes. I asked what some of the top hitters were, and our waiter told us that these were some of them, but I love Taiwanese food. This is what I would order, you know, anywhere at any Taiwanese restaurant in general, even at, you know, the very popular Din Tai Fung. But yeah guys, it feels super authentic Chinese restaurant here. That's how you know it's authentic when you hear, you know, a bunch of Cantonese, Mandarin, Chinese in the back kitchen, and with all the staff walking around. And it feels very homey in here. A lot of Chinese decoration everywhere, and there's usually a line to get in here, guys. But I came right when they're about to close, so I got lucky. Yeah, guys. Without further ado, let's try out some of these items right here. Let's try out the Shanghai rice cakes right here, baby. Oh man. Each rice cake is nice and lubricated with some nice oils, and it's not too overbearing. Guys, this place is called Mamaloo, so I'm gonna expect it to be like a mom and pop shop, home cooking, and it does taste just like that. Not too salty, not too overbearing. Little pieces of pork in between the rice cakes. But the thing about Shanghai rice cake is the rice cake has to be nice, spongy, soft, glutinous, and it totally is. It's really fun to eat, nice and chewy. If you guys had mochi before, it's like a savory mochi with each piece lubricated with some oils, a little bit of soya sauce, and some pork in between. It's delicious. And there's some carrots, cabbage, bok choy, veggies in between to give it nice crunch or texture, because you get that nice chewy rice cake and then you get nice crunch from the veggies. It's fire. When I start naturally dancing, that's how you know it's good. But this is also one of my favorite dishes, but they do it right here. You know, some places it could be a little bit too oily, a little bit too salty, but it's nice and subtle here with all the flavorings. Give it a solid 9 out of 10 DVW. So, something that I like more sauce and I don't like to be subtle at all is this spicy wontons. So there's some crispy shallots on it, wonton skin of course, and there should be some dumpling in here. So you gotta mix it nice and well before you take a bite to get all that Chinese heat on there. Spicy wonton, so let's try it out. Oh man, you get hit with all those Szechuan spices and heats right away from that oil. So you guys know about that Szechuan spice. That oil creeps up and rises on you, but this one's unique because it's very herbaceous, very herby. So when you kind of even smell or inhale that chili oil, you taste all the chili, peppers, and spices. A nice huge piece of pork in there. Nice pop and chew. Woo. Spicy wontons is all about that chili oil. This one's more on the oily and chili side. I know some maybe more on that soy sauce side, but I like that. And the wonton skin is nice and soft. The chili oil just slips right off of it. It's just a nice lubrication to the wonton shell. But I do like my soy and vinegar, so with a lot of the Taiwanese items I like to add a little bit of soy and vinegar to it. So let's see how it transforms the dish. Vinegar, soy. It's a great combo for Taiwanese food. Let's try this out. That's fire. That's some heat right there. Fire, no pun intended. But I also give this a solid 9.1 out of 10 DVW score. I like the spice factor in this, that oily heat, and also the thing about this spot is that, guys, the prices are not too bad either. It's a mom and pop shop. It's super popular. There's a lot of people from all different walks of life in here, even though it feels like, you know, a Chinese Mamaloo's kitchen right here. So the prices are still mom and pop prices, even though this spot is on the map, guys. One of the most popular spots in all of 626. This is a 626 Chinese Asian food tour. And this is actually one of the highest rated, if not the most rated, Chinese restaurants on Yelp in the 626 or Monterey Park, Arcadia area. It has over 4,000 reviews. So this spot is a gem, but also very popular. I've actually been here like 10 years ago, and quality is just the same. So let's try this right here, the juicy pork dumpling. So I showed you guys how to typically do it. You puncture it, get some of the juices out, put a little bit of soy sauce vinegar on there, but sometimes I like to do a grandpa style where I just pop the thing in my mouth. I'm too lazy for all that, so let's try it out. Because just like Din Tai Fung, the shell is still nice, thick, and chewy, but it's also bigger, and the juices are more flavorful, and you can tell it's homemade. These are the flagship items for the spot. Must get here. DVW score 10 out of 10, baby. Ooh, so let's try this right here. Juicy pork dumpling. Crispy fried pork dumpling. The word to describe all these dishes is flavorful. A lot of good flavor to the meat, juiciness inside. You take a bite inside and there's a nice huge piece of pork, some cabbage, veggies in between. It's like a minced pork into this dumpling, but it's nice and flavorful, a little bit salty. Taste that pork taste, and then you taste the crispiness of the crunchy wonton or dumpling. You just taste a little bit of that, you know, oil on there, that pan fry, but super crunchy, and then you bite inside. Nice huge piece of pork. But yeah, guys, the highest rated Chinese restaurant in the 626 area definitely lived up to the hype. I don't even need to try too many things at a Taiwanese restaurant. Usually at a Taiwanese restaurant, you just gotta try the staples, and then you know if it's good or not good, and usually the other items follow suit in being good or not good. But generally it's the xiao bao, the dumplings, spicy pork wontons, and then like a fried rice dish or a Shanghai rice cake. But I usually generally like to choose the Shanghai rice cake over fried rice, because your boy could cook up some fried rice by himself at home. But just kidding. I really like Taiwanese, Chinese fried rice. There's something about it. It's really delicious. But yeah, guys, definitely lived up to the hype. These dishes were all above 9 out of 10, literally all of them. And I was looking through the menu. There's a variety of dishes. It's loaded front and back with noodles, dumplings, soups, rices. So there's a little bit of everything for anyone here. So I recommend you guys come in a party or group. I'm literally table for one. This is literally the only table for one here. It's like in this little corner right here. Look at this. Hey, I feel kind of lonely, but at least I didn't have to wait, because there was a wait for all the other tables. But yeah, guys, definitely live up to the hype. Mamaloo's, another grandpa style bite right here. So yeah, Mamaloo's Dumpling House was far, but definitely recommend you guys come with some friends or family and, you know, order more dishes in the spread. When I was actually ordering this, I was on my second or third dish and the waiter was like, "Ooh, I think that's too much food for you guys," but I was like, "Nah, you gotta give me more," because this is a 626 Chinese food tour, and Chinese cuisine, it's a very social event, but with Chinese food, it's very, but in Chinese culture, you know, eating is a very social event, so a lot of the dishes are meant to be shared with families and friends. So you guys bring more people, you guys get, you know, a bunch of other dishes to, you know, share family style, pick at each dish with your chopsticks and vibe out. But yeah, guys, woo, guys, beware. I did say I appreciate the spices and all the Szechuan chilies and spices in this, but if you guys can, like I said, not all wonton dumplings chili. Wonton dumplings, I can barely speak because how spicy it is, are made equal. This is on the spicy side, but a little hack, it's too spicy. Most Taiwanese places have some vinegar. I always put some vinegar on it, and it usually cools it down in heat. I don't know, I don't make the rules. It does to me. It cools it down in spice, so salud. Alright, so this is the damage. So $10 for the pork dumpling, 11 for the spicy wonton pan fried dumpling. So still mom and pop shop prices at Mamaloo's. Another reason why it's so popular. DVW score overall for Mamaloo's Dumpling House for the price, vibes, environment, and the quality of the food. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. If this isn't a 10 out of 10, I don't know what is. Maybe I would not get a point because it's always really crowded and it's not too many seats in here, so it's probably not good for big parties. But I saw some families, you know, sharing family style in there. But yeah, guys, 10 out of 10. So on to our next place. Let's go. Alright, you guys, so just finished our meal at Mamaloo's Dumpling House. Got my leftovers right here because the portions were large. I definitely want to reiterate that 10 out of 10 DVW score and keep harping on the price point and, you know, the mom and pop home cooking quality food there. Some of the best Taiwanese food, Shanghai rice cakes I've had. It is far, and I can definitely see why now. When I was ordering the food, the waiter was like, "You're by yourself. This is usually family style. You should probably stop at 2 dishes," because, guys, the Shanghai rice cake serving on there was double or triple the size of the most places, most Taiwanese food places, but definitely more than Din Tai Fung. I felt like there was 2 or 3 servings of Shanghai rice cakes in there. It is crazy, but yeah, guys, this is Monterey Park for you guys, with all of the Chinese characters and symbols on top of most of the businesses around here. When you guys see that, you guys can rest assured that if you guys walk into any Chinese restaurant, you guys are most likely having a good meal, because the 626 is where it's at for Chinese food, and that's why we're on this 626 Chinese food and Asian food tour for you guys. So yeah, on to more food. Let's go. And I hope you guys like this 626 Rolling Heights, Monterey Park, Greater Los Angeles area food tour. As always, please like this video if you guys liked it. Subscribe if you guys have not yet. It really helps me in the channel out a lot. And yeah, see you guys in the next food tour and DVW video. Deuces.